Hello there and welcome back to my new video. In this video I'm going to explain you more about variables. So in the previous video in this data binding playlist we were talking more about imports, and now in this video let's focus more on variables. So you can use multiple variables inside this data element, and each variable element describes a property that may be set on the layout to be used in binding expressions within the layout file. So for example, now we're going to define one variable, but first let's add one import, and here for the import we can choose android.graphics.drawable.drawable. And now we can, for example, create here a new variable. The name can be, for example, drawable, and here for the type we can select this drawable import which we have just created. So we can also use observable objects or a live data object with our variables as well. And unlike objects that implement observable such as observable fields, live data on the other hand knows about the life cycle of its observers. And now I'm going to show you how to use live data objects with your binding layout as well. So first I have created here one view model, and as you can see this is just a simple view model which has one field, and that field has a type of mutable live data, and it contains a string. And here inside our view model we also have one function where we are setting the value of our mutable live data, and that value should be added through the parameters of this function. And now first let's go to our main activity here, and the first thing what we're going to do, we're going to basically initialize our view model. So we have already added this binding class to our main activity in the previous video, of course. And now let's initialize our view model. So here I'm going to use a private late init var. I'm going to type here my view model. Okay. And now inside our onCreate I'm going to initialize that view model. So here I'm going to use view model provider. Here I'm going to pass this. Then I'm going to call a get, and here I'm going to call my view model class. .java. So here we want to basically observe this message from our view model, and here I'm going to call my view model.message, which is a mutable live data of a type string, and here I want to observe that value. So here I'm going to pass this, and here I'm going to basically use our binding object here, and I'm going to call a text view. So whenever our message mutable live data object changes, then I want to set the text of our text view to that value. Okay, so type it, which is referring to our message. And now if you check our activity main layout, you already know that we have one text view and one edit text here. And this text view says hello world, but of course we're going to change that. And first let me just here inside our main activity I'm going to call binding.edit text. And here I'm going to add the text change listener, and here basically I'm going to call text watcher. Okay, and inside we are going to implement some functions. So those three functions, and from those three we're going to just use one function, and that is this in the middle, so onTextChanged. So basically this onTextChanged function will be triggered every time we type a character inside our edit text. And when we do that, I would just want to call my view model.set message, and here I'm going to pass that character. So here let me just type char. Okay, and I'm going to convert that to string, of course. So whenever we type even a character inside our edit text, then we're going to update the value of our message mutable live data object. And let's run the app to see how will that look like. And after that I'm going to show you how to basically observe this message mutable live data object from your activity main layout directly. So first, as you can see here, when I start typing, you will see that our text view will change its text automatically, and that is because we have implemented this add text change listener. And whenever we type something here, we are basically changing the value of our message mutable live data, and when we change that value we are basically setting the text to our text view. So it's pretty straightforward. And now let me show you how you can basically observe this message live data object without observing it from a main activity. So now I'm going to remove this observer from here, of course, And from our activity main here, I'm going to create a new variable. So the variable name can be, for example, a view model. And here for the type, I'm going to select com.example.testapp, and here I'm going to select our view model, so my view model. Okay, perfect. And now here where it says text, I'm going to use this binding expression to call this view model variable, then a dot message. And this message is a mutable live data. So basically, whenever this mutable live data changes its value, then our text view will automatically be updated with a new value. And now we don't need to declare our observer inside our main activity, because we have declared that observer directly inside our activity main layout. And now if I run the app, then whenever we start typing inside our edit text, then this message mutable live data object should be changed, and we should be able to see the result inside our text view. So here, as you can see, we don't see anything, and that is because we need to do just one more thing. So inside our onCreate method here, I need to call binding, then a dot, and here I need to basically bind this view model variable with our view model from a main activity. So here type my view model, okay. And after that we also need to call binding.lifecycle owner, and here we need to set this. So this lifecycle owner should be used for observing changes of live data in this binding. So if you want to use a live data object in a layout file, just like we did inside our binding expression, then you need to set this lifecycle owner. So basically, to use a live data object with your binding class, then you need to specify a lifecycle owner to define the scope of that live data object. Okay, and one more thing. So before we run our app, we need to cut this part of the code, and we need to put that before this line of code, because first we need to initialize our view model, then we need to set that view model to our variable. And now let's run our app. So now everything should work just fine as before. So now when we start typing here, we should be able to see the text in our text view. So as you can see, it works perfectly fine. And now we are observing that live data object directly from our layout file. So that will be all for this video about variables. Thank you for watching this video. Comment down below if you want to see more videos about data binding. Like this video if you find it helpful, of course. And see you in the next one. That's reppin', oh my God, if I die, I'm a legend when they lay me down to rest.